We weren't sexual, and we haven't been sexual since high school. Why are we gonna be sexual now that you married and
who cares?
I feel like Melneka tried too hard to come across as unbothered by the rumors, that it does seem like she was bothered. Like, I felt like she was bothered by it because it could maybe possibly be the truth. I don't know. I don't want to allegedly, but it's like that's the vibe that I was getting. Because if you lie about me, I'm coming straight at Melody. It would have been enough. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I would have been a Melody, excuse me, I don't appreciate it. So where did you get this information from? And I haven't been with I would have probably confronted Melody, you know what I mean? Like, don't be saying stuff like that. I would have been real ignorant. But I feel like Melneka's energy was I don't know, it was different, but I could be wrong, y'all. Woo, child.
Met Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent. Met Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent.
Y'all, I cannot get over this scene with Melneka and Martell. It was cringe. It was uncomfortable. It was weird. It was giving me some sort of vibes that I really couldn't pick up on, couldn't place my finger on. I mean, it just made me feel uncomfortable. If they were trying to, I don't know, maybe get ahead of the rumors, they did a bad job of doing it, because it just was a big cringe fest. I'm like, what am I watching right now? I couldn't put my finger on it. But all I know, it was very weird for Martell to say what he said, and basically saying it knowing that Melneka is now a married woman. I didn't like that. I'm like, are they about to go through a divorce or something? Because I would not have liked, if I was Melneka, for that to even come out of Martell's mouth. It was just a crazy scene to me. And it just made me think, why did Martell even do that from the beginning? That's why I wanted to make this video called Kiss and Tell, because that's what he literally did. Okay, you just had to make it known that you did do what you did with her in high school. But have y'all noticed too? I'm not quite sure. Maybe it ended in high school. Maybe it did. We'll go by what they're saying. But I don't know. I felt like Melneka's energy was different than the energy that was kind of like Team Mel at the book signing. And when we first seen her come on the scene as Martell's manager, I don't know. At first, I felt like she was Team Mel. She understood where Mel was coming from, but still trying to be a friend to Martell. Okay, so I get that. But this time, it was something off about her energy. And maybe it was because she was being accused allegedly of something that she did not do. But I don't know. It was just, I don't know. It was just something about it. So y'all can kind of let me know how you feel about it. But honestly, to me, that whole conversation seemed very awkward and very forced. It just really made me scratch my head. But at the end of the day, it also made me think and consider, why do men kiss and tell? Because I thought men were supposed to keep that kind of stuff secret, or, keep it to themselves. But no, they got to make sure the world knows who they knocking down and who they, laying it low and spreading it wide with. Is it really all that serious? Especially, like I said, because Melneka is now a married woman. It's not that deep. I think it's kind of weird. But I went and did some research. You know how I do. And I was listening to this man. I read this article about this man. He was explaining why he feels as though men do it. And he said, basically, the temptation of kissing and telling comes from the need to be the center of attention. And ain't that the truth? I feel like Martell is that type where he wants people to know what he's doing. He wants to be the greatest. As you guys have called him, he's a narcissist, allegedly, an alleged narcissist or whatever. And I think that is one of their traits. It's all about me, 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 me. So him saying that, a lot of men that brag and talk about what they do is like a sign of them wanting validation. Makes a lot of sense to me. It's like they need to feel validated by their sexual conquest when it comes down to women. And I like this article in particular because it was a guy explaining the reason why his guys do it. And he said he was giving advice before he went to college, men don't do that. You don't talk about what you did with a woman, how sex is basically it's about discretion, only the two people that's involved need to know what happened or what's going on. It doesn't need to be broadcasted. You don't have to sign, seal, deliver, I'm yours, and tell it to people. It's never that deep. So I really thought that it was interesting hearing a male's perspective on why men do things like that. And he said he don't give men brownie points when they start talking about that kind of stuff amongst each other. It makes them seem like really whack and corny. Like, he actually looks at men that do that as less in his eyes. Like, before he may have like thought the dude was cool, like, oh, he's a cool dude. But as soon as he starts spilling the beans, talking about what he did with women, like if another guy does that in his presence, he's just going to automatically think that he's whack. And he even used the example of Nick Cannon, how Nick Cannon, this was even, I think while he was married to Mariah, he would sit up there and talk about all the women he slept with. And he said, like, before, Nick Cannon went from slightly annoying but brilliant, business-minded, to just being corny. And he said, to be honest, I don't want to sum up the meaning of him as a corn, but he has no choice. Even 50 Cent said that he was corny.
Legendary corny. He's been corny forever, like from the very beginning.
That Nick Cannon was corny. So that's how come I wanted to use that clip in this, because men that kiss and tell are corny. Like, I just think it's crazy to me. Like, why are you so hyped to tell people that kind of stuff? Just like how Marcel tried to throw shade on Melody's mom. You try to make it seem as though it was a flex that Miss Van was paying alleged child support for Mark, but why is another woman paying child support for your brother? Like, it makes your brother look whack that he can't pay his own child support. Like, I hope you know that. Like, that wasn't a flex. Like, what was meant to be a flex wasn't. So it's just like I don't get. See, that's how come women, we are better arguers, because we gonna we're gonna make our stuff make sense when we talk about things, when we argue. But it's just like, I get what Marcel was trying to do, but he should have used it in a different way. Like, if Miss Van was allegedly paying for stuff, then let it be like, I don't know, stuff for him. But the fact that your brother was not paying child support for his own children makes him look whack, But nevertheless, I digress. So, yeah, I'm just glad to know and to hear that other men find that behavior corny when, like, men kiss and tell. It's borderline girly, it's right along that kind of level. And the same thing with the game. Like, he always sitting there talking about how he messed with the Kardashians first. Okay, great. Do you want a cookie? Like, I don't get it. Do you want I don't know, would you like a ribbon, an award, a statue, a Grammy? Like, okay, great, good for you. And then I also was reading how, like, a lot of men that maybe were insecure growing up, now they feel good about bragging about their sexual conquest, because it's almost like, okay, it validates them. It makes them feel good about themselves, and especially if the woman is like highly wanted. But I feel like it's just better to like keep it on the low. Like, I feel like, men, if you want to kiss and tell, do that, but understand, I don't think you're probably gonna be able to kiss anymore with that person, because a lot of women are not gonna want to be, exposed in that kind of way. So it's like, you rather say what you did than actually see, and that makes it even worse. Like, what are you doing, my guy? I don't know, but all I wanted to say was that whole scene was very awkward, and Melody did the right thing by eliminating her from the wedding planning. It was almost like you were mad that, like, your man was getting married to somebody else, even if it was in high school. But I don't know, because after a while, you don't care about people in high school. I don't even want to go to my high school reunion, y'all. So I don't get it. But that's how come I'm like, did it really end in high school? Because it still seemed fresh or something, right? But no, I won't say that, because sometimes it do take a while to get over things. Even if it was in high school, those feelings can still be fresh. But like, the way they act, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, let me know what y'all think about Martell telling what he did with Melneka on national TV. My goodness. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Oh, you see how people was talking about Carlos. I knew he was going to drag out this episode, these filler episodes. I knew we wasn't going to see that fight on Sunday. I knew it. Or Saturday. I knew he wasn't going to. They were talking about how Carlos needs to stop playing with us. But at least we definitely want to see it next week. But let me know what y'all thought about this latest episode. That scene in particular really stuck out to me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? weird. You know, you can feel energy, you can feel stuff, even when you're watching. Like, even if you're not there, you could still, the interactions wasn't like very flow and open. Like opening, you know, I don't know. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. But other than that, I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much for watching this video, listening to my thoughts, and subscribing to my channel. And if you are not subscribed, please do. And not forget to like this video and share a comment, because I need to hear what y'all got to say. Like, why men do this? It's not cool. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Other than that, I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.
Met Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent. Met Synquette, man, the girl was heaven sent.